Dr. King's dream inspires me because we watched Dr. King look at a system in the Jim Crow South where there was segregation. The educational system was disproportionately against the African Americans during that time. And he decided to pull people together to say, let's change this. And despite being against insurmountable obstacles, he believed that it could be done.
One of my favorite quotes by Martin Luther King Jr. is, "Life's most urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" Martin Luther King Jr. inspires me to serve others, regardless of cultural, religious, or ethnic backgrounds. He inspired me to have a dream, to set goals and to have a vision, and to be committed to that vision.
I relate to Martin Luther King's dream in a lot of different ways, both personally and professionally. Personally, I have a multicultural background. I was born in Toronto, Canada, to Jamaican immigrants. My family is very diverse, and growing up in a city that was very multicultural really had an impact on who I am as a person and what I value. I really value a diverse environment around me. Professionally also, it guides what I do and how I do it. I try my best to make sure that I'm living in a way that is leveraging diversity and leveraging things like inclusion so that we make a difference that applies to everybody, not just one demographic or one group of people, but is really inclusive and available to everyone.
As a foreign woman, the way I perceive things are different, and therefore I think that's how we relate to each other, because that's what Dr. King is about. It's all about diversity, and it's all about, you know, we are all the same, and it doesn't matter if you have an accent, it doesn't matter what the color of your skin, we are all one nation under God.
My dream is to be able to inspire youth across the country and internationally to have their own dreams, to never give up, always be dedicated, be determined, be disciplined, and just having the generations to come just to be better, to make this world a better place to live.
My dream is to start a nonprofit called the Young Marathon Runners of America. It's a nonprofit designed to bring awareness, advocacy, and prevention of childhood obesity. But what I love about my organization is the fact that it requires the community to get behind it for it to be impactful, just like Dr. King.
My dream is to be here in America. Since I was a little child, people will ask me, what are you going to do when you grow up? And I will tell everybody, I want to go to America.
My dream is for it to have a 100% culturally competent healthcare community where all ethnic groups are accepted and cultural differences are appreciated.
My dream is based on the context of 1963. We were all young, we had a new president, Kennedy. Dr. King made his famous speech, and we thought, wow. But the truth was, the hard work was really ahead. And here in South Carolina, we have some real challenges. My dream is simply to work on those challenges, to bring us up to equal status with other states as it relates particularly to the status of women and minorities.
My dream is that one day we get to a point in our society and here locally that we really push our definitions of what it means to be a community, what it means to be friends, and what it means to have truly inclusive relationships.
I'm making my dream a reality by encouraging other businesses to do their best in what they do and to seek help in other organizations to provide the mentorship and strength within what they have to offer the community.
My dream is a reality because I'm an interpreter at Greenville Memorial, which enables me to eliminate language barriers between healthcare workers and patients.
The obstacles I've faced in life relative to my dream have been very small. I've been most fortunate to have been involved with a group of people, a generation in fact, who were right-minded and were interested in improving the circumstances that we were born into. And that's been a thrilling moment for me.
I think change is an obstacle for many people. There's a fear of change that I've run into many times, the fear of the unknown, fear of different people and what the implications could be behind that change. And that's both a difficult thing, but it's also an opportunity for people to be more excited about the future. And ways I've tried to overcome that fear of change is to get people involved early in the conversation of what that change could look like, so they have some control over what happens to their community or to their lives or to their health by being involved on the front end, so they have a little bit more ownership of what happens and a little less fear at the back end.
I was a national gymnastics champion, but I was sidelined from the sport. I had to deal with chronic knee pain because I was so young, doing so many difficult moves. So that sidelined me from various competitions and practices. I also had 3 surgeries, and that obviously sidelined me from the sport that I love. And also dealing with people who were just being negative, saying that my book wouldn't get published or it wouldn't be successful or I couldn't do anything. I just had to learn to overcome those various obstacles.
Well, coming to South Carolina was a big cultural shock for me, but I can see in the past 15 years the many changes that have taken place in this area because of international investment and in diversity especially.
Some of the experience that I've had in regards to diversity is the fact that, you know, I've been in athletics and sports all my life, and being a football player, I was a track athlete, I wrestled. You bond with people from all different backgrounds, and one of the things that make you good, especially on the football field, is that once you guys build that camaraderie, you can almost accomplish anything as a team. And it's helped me because being able to connect with people from different backgrounds have kept my mind from getting locked into a certain mindset. I'm able to look at someone for who they truly are and let their own character form my opinion of them, and not necessarily any preconceived notions.
Just recently, I've graduated from the Riley Institute at Furman's Diversity Leadership Program. And it actually gave me a new light on what diversity is. It is a variety of cultural experiences as well as gender and physical disabilities. What I've learned going through that experience is that diversity is a very complex issue, and the only way to truly understand it is to walk in someone else's shoes. Try to see what they see and feel what they feel and live their life as they do without judgment. That's the only way to truly understand it.
All together now.